Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to explain the Lambda function in Python in situations in which you might use it, and I'm going to try to do this in the shortest amount of time possible. Alright, let's hop straight into the tutorial. So, what are Lambda functions? Lambda functions are known as anonymous functions, which means it is not bound by any specific identifier. So, you do not need to actually name a Lambda function. In Python, in order to write a Lambda function, you use the keyword Lambda, then your arguments, then your expressions. So, let's create our first Lambda expression. Let's call this my first Lambda, and let's set it equal to that Lambda keyword, some sort of argument. We can have any argument, so let's just call a as our argument, and let's have our expression be a plus 10. So what do you think this is going to do? So all you have to do is you can call this Lambda function, pass in some sort of argument, and it's going to return to you that argument plus 10. So let's print out my first Lambda, and let's pass in 5. And what do you think we're going to get? We're going to get 15, right? So instead of writing a function like we usually could do, defining number plus 10 function and passing in all this code, all we have to do is write this, and we can do it in one line of code. Alright, let's look at another example where we pass in more than one argument. So let's just call this one B, and we can pass in the Lambda keyword, and then let's pass in more than one argument. So let's pass in A, B, and C, and let's have our expression be A plus B plus C. So now, when we print this out, we can pass in 3 different arguments. So let's pass in 1, 2, and let's pass in 3. And then when we print this out, we should get 6, like we see here. So now you can see that we can work with multiple arguments and follow it with the expression using those arguments. So you may think that this function is not particularly useful, but I'm going to give you one situation where you could use it, and you can start to think about other use cases in your head. So you can actually use anonymous functions or Lambda functions inside of other functions. So let me show you an example. So let's make a function called multiplier. Alright, so let's define a function called multiplier, and let's pass in one argument. Let's just say x, and what we're going to actually do is we're going to return this argument x multiplied by some different number, right? So how are we going to do this? Well, we're actually going to be using a Lambda function in order to accomplish this. So let's return Lambda. Let's just pass in a like we've usually been doing, and we're going to say a times x times a. Okay. So now what we're going to do is we can use this function for many different use cases. So let's say we want to double a number, so we can say doubler equals multiplier 2. And now what we can do is we can print out doubler, and we can pass in 5. So what do you think is going to happen here? So now we have created this variable doubler, and we've passed in 2 to it. So now what we're going to say is that every single number that we pass into this new doubler function which we created, we're going to double it. So now if we print out doubler 5, we're going to get 10. So we can do the same thing. Let's make a tripler. Let's pass in multiplier 3, and then we can print tripler, and let's pass in 5 again. And what do you think we're going to get? 15. Yes, correct. There we go. So now you may be thinking, when should I use a Lambda function as opposed to a normal function? The answer to this is to use anonymous function whenever the function is needed only for a short number of time, or you want to reuse the same function for different use cases, like we did with this doubler and tripler case. Alright, so hopefully this all made sense. I'll make a video in the future on how to really take advantage of the Lambda or anonymous functions, making it work in conjunction with other functions like the map or sort function, which are really good at utilizing the full potential of the Lambda function. But that's pretty much it. Hope you all enjoyed. Thanks, everybody.